Do you think that your tweets and your name calling are turning people off?
No, I think I wouldn't be here if I didn't have social media, because the media is
The name
corrupt.
call.
In my opinion, the media is corrupt. But,
You know,
but
you
the
talk-
media is fake. And frankly, if I didn't have social media, I'd have no way of getting out my voice.
You know what you told me a long time ago when I asked why you keep saying fake
Yeah.
media?
Yeah.
You said to me, I say that because I need to discredit you so that when you say negative things about me, no one will believe
I don't
you.
have to discredit you.
But that's what you
You've
told me.
discredited yourself.
You told me that.
Leslie, you've discredited yourself. When you say that you're not going to cover Biden, you're going to ask him what flavor ice cream he has, okay?
That's not
Instead
me.
of why did Hunter get $3.5 million from Moscow? Instead of why is an energy company paying your son $183,000 a month or whatever they're paying him, and he has no experience in energy. You know, you discredit yourself. I don't have to discredit you.
So this story about Hunter and his laptop, some repair shop found it. The source is Steve Bannon and Rudy Giuliani.
I don't know anything about
And
that.
you're
I just know it's a
making-
laptop,
and
and they
you're-
haven't.
And you're making this one of the hottest, most important issues in your rallies.
I don't know about the two
This
gentlemen you
is
mentioned.
the most important issue in the country.
It's a
right
very
now.
important issue to
For
find
you
out
to
whether or
talk
not a
about.
man's corrupt who's running for president, who's accepted money from China and from Ukraine and from Russia.
All these
Yeah, I think
things
that's
have
an
been
important issue.
investigated and
It's
discredited.
incredible the way you can try and say this and sit there and look me in the eye and say it.
A Republican
He accepted money,
committee-
his family, from Russia, from Ukraine, from China, and from other places.
and a
His
Republican-
brother, who didn't have experience, became a big builder in Iraq without experience. Take a look at what's going on, Leslie, and then you say how that shouldn't be discussed.
I'm saying,
It's the biggest scandal out there, Leslie.
and you think it's the biggest issue to campaign on.
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it.
Biggest-
You want to talk about
Well, because it can't be verified.
you want to talk
I'm
about
telling you.
insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me,
We
they found the
cannot
laptop, Leslie.
It can't be
Leslie,
verified.
what can't be verified?
The laptop,
Why do you say that?
because.
Even the
it's
family
verified.
hasn't, the family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead.
all right. So let's get back to the name calling, okay? And whether you think it's turning people off.
No, I
Because
think, look, it is
you
what
call
it is.
Biden stupid
Where are we sitting, man? Where are we sitting?
in the Roosevelt Room
Of what?
of the White House.
That's right. How did I get here? How did I get here? We're in the White
But
House.
what are you saying? Oh, but by name calling, you think that
No,
that's
not the name
appealing?
calling, by, doing the right thing. And we have a great record. I mean, we got hit by a pandemic, wasn't my fault. But it was China's fault. But Leslie,
The reason.
we're in the White House. The press is very biased, very, very biased. And I'm not talking
You're
about
trying
name
to
calling. I'm talking
discredit
about,
us.
no,
Yes.
no, I'm not. You're discrediting yourself, Leslie.
No, you are.
Leslie, you're discrediting yourself. When you don't go after Biden,
Why
with the
are you
corruption in the
asking me
Biden
about
family,
going after Biden? You've asked me five,
when
six,
you
seven
don't, when
times.
you don't go after what happened in the Russia witch hunt, which turned out to be a total phony with no collusion whatsoever. When you don't do that, you discredit yourself. The press, is highly discredited right now. You do know that. So you discredit yourself.
Half, I don't even know where to go here. Half the country loves you, but the other half doesn't. And I'm wondering why you don't.
They were
think-
starting to, Leslie, when the economy was just prior to the plague, they were starting to really we were all starting to like each other. It was coming together. There was going to be a lot of
I've heard you say
unification.
that before, and I don't think
Okay,
we were
I
coming
mean, I'm just
together.
telling you.
I think we've had
People
disunity,
were calling me,
unfortunately.
about coming together. And then we got hit by the plague. And now we're rebuilding it again, and it's going
And
well.
do you think that you do anything to unify the country?
I do. I think I do unify the country. I think I will unify the country. It's called success. When our country becomes,
What
again,
about the rabid partisanship in the country? Do you take any responsibility for the country being divided against itself? Do you feel that?
I'd like not to, but, perhaps everybody has to take a little responsibility for it. But when people put out phony witch hunts, when they spy on your campaign, you have to fight back. And if you don't fight back, you're not sitting here very long. You go back home. You go back home to mommy.
I've been listening to you, we don't know how long we've been here. And it's just attack.
I don't think so. I mean, look, it's not attack.
It is.
It's defense. It's defense
No,
against attacks.
No, you've been attacked.
It's defense against attacks.
You're very aggressive.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't view it that way. I'm defending myself, and I'm defending the institution of the presidency. Very important thing.
Can you?
Hi, Mike. Are you having a good time, Mike, watching? You know Mike, right? Our great vice president.
I do.
You think she'd ask questions like this of,
Wow, you
I don't
looked
think
at all
so.
that.
You think
Can
she'd
you-
ask questions like this of Joe? I don't think so.
Can you characterize your supporters? Can you?
Yeah, I think I can. People that love our country. And people that don't want to see the stores get looted and burned down, and people that don't want to see riots, and they don't want to see anarchists. Yeah, I think I can. These are
And
people that love our country,
Do you make?
and they don't like to see,
But you don't see.
they don't like to see policemen get shot and not be able to defend themselves. They don't like to see rioting in the middle of Fifth Avenue or in the middle of other streets in Portland or other places. And they like it when their president gets the endorsement of virtually every police group and, frankly, almost everybody having to do with law and order. Positive law and order. But you know what they are? They're people that love our country more than anything else, and they like to see our country thrive.
But do you think that when you hold rallies and encourage people to say, lock her up? the way you-
I don't encourage them. They say it.
And you
Hillary
enjoy it.
Clinton,
You
let
don't
me
say
just tell
don't
you,
do
Hillary
that.
Clinton deleted 33,000 emails after she got a subpoena from the United States Congress.
Why
No,
is
that's
that-
illegal.
I know, but why?
Now,
I'm
why
not-
somebody
I
doesn't
don't
do
know.
something
But
about
why
it?
is this still an issue? Why do
I think
people,
it's an
they're
issue.
not gonna vote
To
on
me, it's
that.
an issue.
She ran last time.
Excuse me, when they say lock up, it's not me. They say it. It starts, it
You
ends up
encourage
being,
it.
I don't encourage it.
Yes.
No, if I mention her name about something, they go crazy.
Well, what about the governor of Michigan, who had this plot that people were gonna, I think.
I don't know anything
your
about the
supporter-
plot, but I can tell you
I'm
this.
telling you about the
It was
plot.
our Justice Department that is the one that's helping her.
Yeah.
My Justice Department, if you call it that.
Yeah.
It was our Justice Department that's helping her. And, people they're not liking her so much because she's got everybody locked down. Now, we just won a Supreme Court where it's unconstitutional. The only one she doesn't have locked down is her husband, who went sailing and did things that he wasn't supposed to be doing.
You are very powerful, and the people who love you with passion. And if you go after somebody the way you've been going after her,
I
they
haven't
take it
gone
to
after her.
heart, and then there
No,
are
no.
plots and threats, and the
I
same
haven't
with
gone after
Dr.
her.
You did?
I've helped her. It was
You
our
did go
Justice
after her.
Department
You
that's
criticized
helping
her.
her. Oh, I do criticize her, yeah.
Well,
I
that's
think the
going
way she
after her.
locked down Michigan is a disgrace.
But
The
when
way
you-
she closed churches in Michigan is a disgrace. I think it's disgraceful, what she's done. I do.
You want to lock
And
her
by the
up?
way, that's other, of course not. That's other governors also. They happen to be Democrats, and they've closed up their states, and they're causing a lot of problems with these lockdowns. Suicide, drugs, alcohol, a lot of bad things are happening, and they should open up their states. Carefully, but they should open up
Well,
their
when you
states.
say open up, you don't say carefully, you say open up. You don't have
Oh, I say
an
carefully.
aggressive program to say open up with masks. open up with social distancing.
The governors
Just say
run their
open up.
states.
No,
We
but
help
the
them a lot,
message
but the
was
governors
you.
run their states.
You are.
And the governors have to do what they have to do.
But you-
But when they lock down Michigan, she's doing a tremendous disservice.
Well, what about
Same thing
you
with
saying-
Pennsylvania,
what-
same thing with North Carolina.
What about
These
you
are
saying-
Democrat governors, and they're doing a great disservice.
What about you saying, let's open up, but let's wear masks? Let's
Well, I
open up.
say-
You don't.
I say, I'm not against masks at all.
But you're not
I
for
say,
them.
sure I am, wear them. But I also say socially distance. I say all the things. But you know what? Well, look, with you, nothing I said would be any good listening.
That's not
okay?
true, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. But in the
That's not
meantime,
true.
we're having a record comeback because if you look, we're the fastest growing nation in the world after this pandemic, by far. And we sunk less than any other nation, relatively speaking. And we're coming back very strong, very, very strong.
So you don't want to lock up Governor Whitmer, but you want to
When did I
lock
say
up
lock her up? I
the
never said.
Bidens, you want to lock
Wait
up
a minute, when did I say
Obama.
lock her up? When did I say lock up the governor? I didn't say lock up the governor.
All right, but you.
Why
want-
would I lock her up?
You
No, but
wanna-
why did you say you don't want to lock up the governor? Of course I don't want to lock her up. Why would I lock her up?
Because you were in front of a rally of people saying it, encouraging it.
I never said it, Leslie. I never said lock
So you
up the
don't want to
governor.
lock up the governor.
Leslie, it's such a vicious thing you just said. I never said lock up the governor of Michigan. I would never say that.
Well, did you-
Why would I say that?
Well, what
Because
about the Bidens?
she's doing
Do
lockdowns.
you want to lock up the Bidens?
No, I don't want to lock them up,
What
but they
about
certainly
Obama?
should be looked at.
Obama? You want to lock up Obama?
No, I don't want to lock him up, but he spied on my campaign.
Do you want to lock up
Obama
Kennedy?
and Biden spied on my campaign. Do you know what that is? Do you know what they did? Do you know how horrible it is what they did?
But
you
it's
don't,
never
you don't
been
get it.
verified.
It's been totally verified,
No,
Leslie.
I'm sorry.
You'll find out, but it's been totally verified.
You've all but said that Attorney General Barr should go after President Obama. Now, if you lose, humor me here, okay? You lose. How would you feel if then President Biden went after you?
Oh, he probably will, because I think he's a very dishonest guy. And he probably will look for something, probably will, we'll see. But you know what? Attorney General Barr has been very nice, that's all I can tell you. He's been very nice. He's been very respectful.
Criticized him.
He's been very, no, I didn't criticize him, it's just a different personality. They're very lucky, they're very lucky, because the evidence is overwhelming. And Attorney General Barr is a great gentleman, it's a great gentleman. They are very lucky. Now, I can't tell you what's gonna happen, I don't know,
I know you.
because I purposely like to stay out of it. You know what? I don't like to get involved, I can if I want, but I don't like to get involved. But I think they've been very, very lucky. Attorney General Barr is a gentleman.
You know,
I didn't want to have this kind of
Of course you
angry.
did.
No, I
Of
didn't.
course you did.
No, I
Well, then
didn't.
you brought up a lot of subjects that
Well, I said I'm
were
going to ask you
inappropriately
tough
brought up.
questions.
They were inappropriately brought up, right from the beginning. No, your first question was, this is going to be tough questions. Well,
it
when you
is.
set up the interview, your first statement
You're
was,
president. Don't you
Excuse me,
think you
no,
should
no,
be
no.
accountable to the
listen,
American people?
your first statement to me, this is going to be tough questions. Well, I don't mind that. But when you set up the interview, you didn't say that. You said, oh, let's have a lovely interview. And here's what I do say.
So why?
You don't ask Joe Biden. I saw your interview with Joe, the interview. with
I
Joe
never
Biden.
did a Joe
It was a
Biden
joke.
interview.
The interview, 60 Minutes. I see Joe Biden giving softball after softball. I've seen all of his interviews. He's never been asked a question that's hard.
Okay, but forget him for a minute.
No, but you
You're
start with
president,
me.
You're president. and-
Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
Are you?
That's no way to talk. That's no way to talk.
Leslie, one second.
At this
we're
point, one of our
this
producers
is the
interrupted
first warning. I
to
think we
advise
have
about the time
5 minutes
remaining
until
in
we
the
have the Vice
interview.
President step in.
I think we have enough
Well,
of an interview here, Hope.
I think we
Okay,
have
that's
enough.
enough.
Really,
Let's go.
we have enough of
So I think we're ready for the vice president now.
I think we have enough.
Let's go
of an
meet for
interview
2
here.
seconds, okay?
Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
Thanks.
Let's go. Let's go meet for
Careful.
2 seconds, okay? Thanks. I'll see you later. Thanks.